going on, people? Welcome to United View. Well, yeah, we see you. Look at him trying to just get in there. He's trying to frame up. There's only one guess as to why we are 6 minutes late. There's only one answer. There's only one correct answer. There's only one person who's made us 6 minutes late. So we don't need to talk about it. We know who it is. We know why. And we know that it's a persistent offender. That's what we know. So
yeah, can we dispel that myth and that rumor? You know, with KG, I'm never late. I'm never late. You are.
Yeah.
You are. This is what I always say. Do you know what it is, KG? It's
disgusting.
It's reckless. It's mighty reckless.
Where is that actually from? That one?
I'm not sure.
Football Factory.
No, it's on DR Sports. No, it's AFTV. And it's a nasty
Lee Judges.
It's Lee Judges, but he's
yes, Lee, yeah. But I think they're all sat in. It might be like a Box Park one. It might be something like that.
Right, okay.
It might be.
Right.
Interesting. It feels like it couldn't be Spurs that can get that kind of reaction from him, though. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even know that was Lee Judges. Big up Lee Judges. Smash the like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. No full feud today, but it is me, Owen, and KG. Just kind of talking about where we think this thing's going to go. Not necessarily an update, not necessarily this thing's happened and now it means this. Although there was a really good interview with Ben Jacobs. He was on the United Stand earlier. We'll go through some of their quotes later on to get a little bit more of an insight. He done quite a good piece there. But it hasn't been like anything super strong apart from that really today. So big up to them. We'll look at that.
Big up Beth, man. Big up Beth.
She's been doing her thing. Yeah, exactly. It was her birthday the other day as well. So yeah, big up to her, man. I remember when she was first started the United Stand, she was scared. She didn't know what to do, and now look, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, big love to those guys there. Who wins? Let's start with KG. Who wins this race? Sheikh, Jassim versus Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos.
You know what? You know my guy. You know what I mean? Our Tans. We're on that level of, communication at the moment. And honestly, I'm really excited. I called in to a show that we did and I said, guys, this morning, I don't know, I just got a good feeling. It just feels good, and it was like, Owen wanted to know what kind of deals there were at Tesco. Obviously, with the club card, you could go crazy, and I see it being Altani that comes in. They've been waiting for this bid. I thought, the news that came out, and Owen, you smashed it. He was keeping us up to date with everything that was happening. But it was very telling when they spoke to the PSG president, right? And the whole Premier League lost their shit, basically, if to put it into the correct terms. Everyone is scared of Man United having this moment, having this opportunity. And you got to ask yourself, well, why? Because they can see that we're badly run. When we're saying Glazers out, it's the same fans that run up and say, well, why do you want to get rid of the Glazers for? Like, they're supposed to be good, this, that, and the other. But as soon as we, are heavily linked, they're like, you lot are begging for oil money, this, that, and the other, because they know that this is the difference. You talk to the PSG president, you say, hey, can I have another bid? Right? Can you ask him for a bit more money? That's clear indication. This is their chosen guy. You don't go 5 bids. And then even today where it says there's no preferred bidder. Guys, did we not see the news reports? He said, I've given them some of my advice. That was the PSG president, trying to remove himself from it and saying, look, I just gave them some advice. I own a club as well.
Do you on that one, actually, do you believe that?
What's that?
Do you believe that? You see, he's just giving them advice that's keeping it moving. Like he said, it's ridiculous. All it was. I'm now the guy.
Do you believe it was just that? You're basically was it just advice? Was it innocent advice?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
That's what me. This is my response is, well, why not? Like, if you want to learn how to do something, you're going to talk to someone that's done it already. It's simple, It's like if I'm getting advice, even if I go out for a certain audition, like Samson, I hit him up all the time. I say, look, I'm getting for something really big. What do you reckon? It's normal, especially when this is a high involvement good. This ain't something simple. We're talking about splitting best of what's how much? Close to 5 billion. That's how much you're going to spend on this. Is it worth it? And the best person to talk to is a guy that's pumped so much money into PSG, even if you call it a wealth fund, this, that, and the other, a state wealth fund. He should ask him, you know, how's that gone for you? Like, how have you found the whole thing in terms of the whole landscape? It makes sense having that conversation.
I mean, KG is right in that sense. Like, I always put it to, you know, we talked about the YouTube channel analogy the other day. It's the same with if I was going to do stand up, I'd pick up the phone and I'd call KG.
I don't know if it's really best to call him.
I would call KG's mate Travis, not KG. I wouldn't call KG.
That's crazy. That's really painful to say. That's wow. There's a lot to unpack in that one, but we'll leave it there because I'm in serious. You guys, I'm in a serious mode. Obviously, we saw something.
Wait. KG's trying to wait. Nah, you don't.
I'm serious. I'm serious.
Nah,
you
can't. Guys, do you know what I don't like about you? Do you know what I've realized about you? Do you know
what don't you like about me? What don't you like about me?
There's times where you're just allowed to be this unequivocal KG, which we love, yeah. But then sometimes you just want to turn this tap off. Where like if we want to match you and kind of have this jokey and you're like, nah, I'm not doing that right now. You don't get to do that.
It'll be let's be serious.
Yeah,
let me land.
Or if it's serious, guys, we got. All right, you lot messing around, and you can see
we're not messing around.
The club is, bro, guys, this is serious, you know. I know that you lot want to have.
You can't go. This is serious, you know, and then you call up and you just go, Qatar's going to win. Why? I've just woke up this morning. I feel like it. I'm in Tesco's. I feel like they're going to win this morning.
No, because guys, a lot has happened since the last time we spoke in it. Yeah, they've seen like City go and do a madness. Yeah, so while it's fun in games and stuff, but it's not really fun in games. We got a manager that is clucking. We got a manager that wants to be in control. He wants a manager that wants to bring in certain players. He's very organized, as we've seen. We watched him close up on tour and stuff, and he needs these things. We've actually got a manager that's actually kind of complaining, but we're kind of taking his complaints. They're not like falling on deaf ears, but a lot has to change at the club, and especially with the going forward of. I saw me and Flex had a conversation today. And he said, look, last year we were holding our breaths about a quadruple. This year we was holding our breaths about a triple. Bro, next year it could be same again. So it's a thing where it's like while we can almost do this thing and we can almost be like the clowns. You see them that meme of two clowns fighting and other people getting to win things. So we can have a back and forth about Arsenal, this, that, and the other. But Man United need to get involved. Us just talking about the treble and trying to hold on to something that happened so many years ago is actually quite ridiculous. Man United, we should be trying to build new history. And the only way we can build new history is if new owners come into this club. Like, I'm going to celebrate. If they announce our terms this week, I'm going to celebrate like we've won the treble.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do if they win? Like, how would you be?
So I'm going to start looking at stadiums that we're going to build. I'm going to go into AI and think of a stadium. I'm going to have a list. I'm going to write a list of players. I'll probably celebrate. I would like a parade. I'll tell them, listen, you know what? Glazers out party. You can bring the Carabao Cup and we're going to go crazy. Do you know how long we've been waiting for these vermin, these cretins to leave this club? Guys, a lot changes. We will now be dining with European elite because at the moment, we're not an elite club.
Abjeet says, nah, bring funny KG back. This new Qatari KG is too serious.
Bro, I need to...
Not Sheikh G.
No, but obviously, look, obviously what you're saying is 1,000,000% right. Like the state of the club, where we've been at. I was saying today that, you know, in the last 10 years, we've had to watch Liverpool and City just, you know, compete for the best. We're just sandwiched in between our two rivals. This is us. This microphone is Liverpool, and this is City. We're just turning left and right, watching which one pick up big honors while we're just there. Nowhere near a Premier League, nowhere near a Champions League. And that last year says it all. That, you know, we were gasping for air at the thought of a quadruple. Not so much as gasping for them doing the treble, but it's obviously it hurts. It's, you know, it's bad. It's bad news. and it's happened on the Glazers' watch. So I do 1,000,000% agree with what you're saying, even though we're having a laugh about it and everyone's saying it there. It is true, but
it's serious, bro. It's
it's serious, and we have to get this right, because it's not going to come around again for a very long time, this thing, unless Sir Jim Ratcliffe got the club and it all crumbled and the unthinkable things happened and he had to sell it. Like, it's just not. If it goes the way that of Sir Jim, like, that's our owner for a very long time, you know, or whoever he passes it on to, should anything bad happen to him or whatever it is, it's that camp, you know. Vice versa, if it's Sheikh Jassim, like, it's for our foreseeable, you know, hopefully a generation. Do you know what I mean?
Or longer.
And that's what we want.
This is my question to both of you now on it, is that after getting that report a couple of days ago, whenever it was, Sunday, saying that we're going to find out essentially who the preferred bidder is within the next week, and then that was very quickly followed up by, no, you're not going to get a preferred bidder, because they're both essentially already in that preferred bidder stage. They're already doing things that a party that would be an exclusivity is already doing. My question then becomes, and it is the golden question, when do we find out, do you think? Or because well, it was quite rhetorical, actually.
Sorry.
I mean,
why are you saying the actual real date when you just
Thursday?
You just think Thursday.
Yeah, why not? Why not Thursday? Again, transfer window opens on what? When's the transfer? Is it opening on Wednesday this week? Wednesday?
I think it's Wednesday, yeah. Yeah,
transfer window opens on Wednesday. Man United linked and crazy things, but it just feels like it has to be the end. It has to be. You know, they were really upset, and we saw a reaction, guys. Let's not forget what happened this week. The Qataris were meant to walk away, right? They said, you know, enough's enough. They put in a recent and fresh bid, right? And they're like, no one's communicating with us. We've been doing this song and dance for a long time. You know what, guys? You know what, Glazers? I think we're not doing this anymore. And since that moment, it literally, the dams burst open, and there was you could get news from anywhere. And the Glazers now had to. It was even when we find out the Glazers final play that they've spoken to the people. When you have a conversation with someone else saying, "Hey, mate, please talk to this guy to help facilitate something." Now, we can't say that we're looking for financials. I don't know what the word that we've been using before, but we're looking for financial options or different ways of
strategic alternatives.
This is beyond strategic alternatives. This is, I want to sell this club, you know, and
I think that's clear. Yeah,
I want to sell this club. There's two guys that are there's two people vying for it. This next bid is serious, and if we let them walk away, we're saying goodbye to close to 5-point-something billion. This is bank robbery that they're doing. And it's like, guys, this heist, we've been in the bank for way too long. It's time to run out now, because they're getting itchy, you know. And this now, I honestly feel like we will hear something this week. And I'm thinking Thursday. I'm getting Thursday just because, just out of vibes.
But even that part where they contacted Nasser Al-Khelaifi, which was a month ago as well. It's not as if that was recent.
Yeah, it felt like it was recent, didn't it?
Yeah, it was recent, but it was a month ago. Even that is wild, because the latest bid that went in, the fifth bid, which was about a week ago today-ish, that still means that, like, for 3 or 4 weeks, the 9-2 Foundation was still frustrated because they still weren't hearing anything. So without actually talking to the 9-2 Foundation, instead, they're talking to his friend to talk to him. How mad is that as a process? And they've said also, the reason that there's no exclusivity period is because they want to put one side against the other. They still want to make them fight off, because there's potential another bid could come in. Let's face it. If something else comes out in a few days' time saying, I tell you what, again, Ineos look like they're going to win, would you be shocked, Flex, if we have to make a thumb saying 6th bid? I wouldn't be. I'm not going to be shocked if that happens, because anything's possible at this point.
It is. Let's go through some of the quotes that Ben Jacobs did give on the United stand in that interview earlier on. Like you said there, Owen, there won't be an extra preferred bidder stage once they're chosen. The next stage will be full completion. So that falls into the bit that we've kind of been speaking about, of that period of exclusivity where
X Factor settings. Yeah, the final two, Dermot O'Leary there with a microphone and says, and the winner is and owner of Manchester United Football Club PLC is, long pause, camera cuts to both. They're both standing there. They've got their delegation surrounding them. They've got their holding hands, kind of like, and they go, Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani, confetti.
Imagine.
I'm doing the Ronaldo. I'm doing the...
And then so Jim goes over to him like an X Factor, goes, I knew you'd win. I knew you'd win. You deserve it. You deserve it, mate.
Yeah, hugging him, saying, "Listen, man.
Yeah, I do.
You done really
We're
well.
going to be
You
friends
really
forever,
deserve
you
this.
and I. Yeah, we're on a journey.
We'll collab later. We'll collab. The 9-2 Foundation. You also said the 9-2 Foundation know that there's lots of work to do, not just an overhaul in one department. They want to get a move on should the bid be accepted as quickly as they possibly can. And Ben Jacobs also said today on United Stand that Qatar will conduct a 100-day review of the board to see who will stay and who will go. So they'll come in, look at the board and say, 100 days, what's going on? Who needs to, let's drop this person out. Let's bring this person in. Let's keep this person, etc., etc.
I think we could do that in one, by the way. We don't need 100. We've had more than 100 with this board. Exactly. We don't need. I mean, surely there's one person at the club that goes that when they say, "Oh, it's going to be 100 days," they go, "No." They can all go. They can all go. It's fine.
Man United's budget and summer plans won't be significantly altered once the takeover is complete. There will still be the usual changes and discussions regarding the kind of players to sign. Now, KG, I know that doesn't necessarily align with your thinking, because if it's our turns, we're doing this, we're doing that straight away.
Crazy.
But that's not what Ben Jacobs said today.
I didn't like this, and it's one of those ones where I hope he's just not informed on what kind of skills and tricks we can do in the transfer market. Todd Bowley found a loophole to sign players. Like, he found a wicked loophole and they closed it, right? I'm hoping that there could be another one that we're going to take advantage of. Because there's always a way in football. We've seen, like they said, Barcelona, with all these levers and they can't register players, registered all of them won the league. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things.
But they have moved mad. They got bare charges. Like, it's a bit mad.
Well, listen, charges mean nothing in football. Yeah. Like, I saw a team with a lot of charges win the Champions League, and now they're the greatest thing ever. So, you know what I mean? There's ways around these things, right? You expect at a club, you always have to say to yourself, why, if you cast your mind back to a few days ago, why was the whole Premier League shitting bricks? That's the funny one. All the clubs are like, nah, they can't do that. No. All of a sudden, as soon as they, and you know what the funny thing about this all? It's not like Sir Jim doesn't have his own. Sir Jim has a club. He's already doing it. It's the worst thing in the world. He's a billionaire. He actually has a club in France. He's fully doing it right now. And another guy says, maybe I could own 2 clubs. No, you can't do that. Wait, why not? He's doing it over there. You know what I mean? So it's ridiculous.
Because the state-owned thing gets people. That's what it is. Like, technically, you're right. So if Sir Jim could own 2 clubs, he wouldn't be state-owned by Britain. But like,
so what about Newcastle?
That's what I'm saying. People
Newcastle play in white and green, bro. They're pretty much
also with City. Their owner attended his second ever match, was the Champions League final, and they went, there he is, private individual there, and everyone went, private individual. Come on. They were verified, like on Twitter, like the political accounts are a different shade of color. They're like light blue. There were light blue accounts congratulating Sheikh Mansour, going, well done for winning the Champions League. Very private, that, isn't it? Very, very, very private, individualish. That kind of feels like, come on.
We got crazy super chats. I know we can get into some of the other extra stuff.
Yeah. It's true. It is very true. It is very true. Love, thank you for the contribution. Says, translate, please, and use the soundboard. How do I do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that, love, to be honest, bro. Ahmed says, what oil money? Natural gas, baby. It's organic. That was rude. Red Baron says, if the Premier League doesn't regulate or enforce its own rules regarding City's charges, we might as well go home because football's dead. All Elite, being a member for 9 months, big up to you. Remember, you get your members priority members chat if you are a member of the UV members crew. Says, love you guys. Big news coming this week, I reckon, like what KG thinks. He thinks Thursday. Need this all to be done so we can progress the transfers. Please, PS, is KG in the waiting area to see God?
Can you imagine? They're saying they should name this plant.
Just to see God.
When they're saying KG's in sort of purgatory settings at the moment, sort of knocking on the door.
Oh, that's deep. Is he waiting to see God? You know, you've got a quick appointment with God.
That'd be a mad conversation.
And it's a bit concerned. Like in God's waiting room, there's just a plan.
I have so many questions. I'd be like, mate.
Yeah, if you got to meet God, you'd just honestly.
I'd be like, mate, like, so why did you give Brandon that level of
Yeah. Why did he?
Why did you let him?
I mean,
my first question. Can you imagine being God and being like, so Brandon Williams, talk to me?
Yeah. If you go, let's talk about free will. Brandon Williams.
Ahmed says the I Feel Qatari parade would be bigger than City's treble parade. WJ Barrett, thank you as always here, always supporting the thing. Says love the KG energy, pure positive vibes, fact. Mention Mbappe, seriousness gone, and bare giddiness. Red Baron says since fan channels started, United have been bad, so I blame KG naturally, the founder of fan channels.
I'm not. I think it's done Robbie, mate.
He definitely isn't.
It's done Robbie.
Lil Yo-Yo says, KG, have you been watering the plant behind you? 2 toilet emojis. City all the way. Must be a City fan here. Surprised you're not busy looking at the treble winning parade. I'm starting to feel sorry for you guys. Hopefully your team will be able to compete with us next year. It's lonely at the top. Casemiro is a legend, but Rodri has taken his spot as the best CDM now. Damn. Well, we appreciate you coming here, but we don't need your sympathy. I think if, big up to you, City all the way. But if your club was as big as it says it is, why are you here? You've literally got the parade right now. What makes you think, I know, I'm gonna listen to a United fan channel right now? Why my parade for the greatest ever achievement that a club could do, apart from a quadruple, is happening right? It's happening right now.
It's quite literally. Where were you? I was at United View.
Yeah.
Wait, is the parade happening right now? Is it going on?
It got delayed. It got delayed because of thunderstorms, which if you want to talk about higher power, yeah. They went.
That shouldn't stop anyone though. If a thunderstorm is stopping your parade, you lot are not parading right.
Yeah, and big up Rodri. He's cute. He's got his first little Champions League. How many's Casemiro got?
Yes.
How many's he got?
Is it 5 or something? I feel like there's 5.
It might be a 5. Might be a 5.
But we can't do that. This is like
no. I'm just He's here. I'm just. You know what it is? No. Do you know what we can do? No, KG. This is, I don't like the way you're moving. We've just got an intruder alert. Like, come on. We have to back up.
I know what you're saying,
bro,
but we've got serious.
Yeah, we can cuss our team, bro. We can cuss our team. So, bro, an intruder just came in to laugh and give us sympathy.
Yeah,
Man,
has KG changed?
Are you crazy?
Has KG changed? Because the old KG would say something reckless and be like, "Oh yeah, Casemiro's got 5, and then be like, "Yeah, it doesn't really count, but you got to fight back." And did you hear his response when you read it out? When you read out the super chat, KG just went, "Damn."
You said, this is the guy that said flipping Messi's taller than Ronaldo out of hatred.
Do you know why I'm saying this, guys? Because we can't just do gas for no reason. We need to.
Says you.
No, because now
what you said was gonna win.
What in the world of hypocrisy is KG saying? You know what? KG's in God's waiting room and he's really trying to change. He's worried.
Yeah,
he's trying to
change.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, hear me out, guys. Yeah, honestly, once I get this Altani money, I know we're at the finish line. I'm gonna be different. I know that already, but I'm saying we're not there yet. And what we just saw yesterday, what we saw a couple of days ago was a nail in the coffin, bro. In terms of where Man United, the last regime, guys, that should never happen. I never thought I'd get to see Liverpool win a Premier League in my lifetime, and I was kind of happy about that. Saw them do it. I never believed that these noisy neighbours would look what they've done. And this has been under Woodward. This has been under Arnold. It's not a laughing matter. This is the thing where Man United, they need to understand that the fans are not going to be happy. Even like when you look through the morning show and you're like, I'm afraid to the windows opening, everyone be calm. You lot don't even want to take that kind of energy anymore because it's not be calm and everything's carrying on. No, guys, this is very serious. Man United signed Wout Weghorst last season. We still don't have a striker. We haven't got a recognized goalkeeper, bro. It's real. Like, so in terms of saying, I want to take on, like, I want to be able to talk chess with City and all these other teams, but we need to really handle what's in our home. You know, them ones there, it's like, no one's getting out to play right now. Everyone's going to chip in. If that makes, and they need to see from these fan channels that we're not comfortable. We're not comfortable with, like, we're not comfortable with it's basically, there's no time for games. It's time to get serious. And the only way they can show us the serious is by saying, here's the person. I'm on the Kave energy, bro. Kave is mad. I'm mad.
Here's my thing. I don't care how shit my thing is. I don't care how my little brother is or what my little sister's doing or whatever. No one can come and infiltrate my family home and take the piss. I will do. Us three here, we will talk the thing. We're not on this like act like nothing's wrong when we're all generally talking and being serious. Like, nah, it's not that bad, man. We'll be all right. No, we're not on that. We're not on that. But I'm telling you now, a Man City fan don't get to come to our yard for sympathy, and we just go, yeah, you are right, man. No. It's that big brother energy, bro.
You know
if
I mean?
my brother does something mad, you can't mash him up. I can drag his ass in the yard and say, what are you doing? What, you think you're a bad boy? What you think? But outside, what, you think you can touch my brother? Are you crazy? No.
I hear you.
No.
I hear you. But if the house is on fire, bro, if the house is on fire, yeah, are you thinking about what man am I saying, or are you just trying to put out the fire? That's what I'm doing.
I'm doing both. I'm doing both. My house is if my house is on fire, KG, and people go, your house is on fire, I'd be like, yeah, your house is shit anyway. And then I'm trying to put it out. You got to do both.
You little Tim Pot Club, you little cheating. You lot just cheat. Move.
Don't question where I live. Don't question where I live. And I go, I like it like this.
Bro, I got a Liverpool friend, yeah. Do you know what? You know what's so funny? You know how crazy this is, yeah? I got a Liverpool friend, yeah? And me and him are always back and forth. Yeah? And he'll voice note me and he'll say, your club, yeah? You lot are, you spent more money than City, so don't come on this rare. And you know, I just chuck it back to him. I don't explain myself to you, a Liverpool fan. That's not how this works, yeah? So, but then what he does is, he then sends me, because he's like that, he'll watch the clips of when we're really talking, or on DR when I'm really saying the thing, and he goes, see, you're a liar, look what you really think. I say, yeah, but I'm not, that's not for me to tell to you. That's not for me to tell to you. No, that's not how this works. You can't come, none of my rivals, I can admit loads of things. I'm not a delusional fan, yeah? I'll say 100%, like I just said, we've had to watch for 10 years, them man taking the pick of the bunch of all the trophies. Yeah, we're in the mud, yeah? You think you can come to my house, United View, and say, I feel sorry for you, and now Casemiro is not the best, and now Rodri is, and I just get to go, you're right.
We're not listening to that. We're not listening.
I'm saying.
I said this the other day with this treble thing, yeah? The fact that we even have to have now the debate of which one is better, that shouldn't even be a debate. The fact that is going to be a debate of, which treble's better, and some City fans or some neutrals are going to say, well, Man City's won. I can't even believe I have to have the debate in my lifetime comparing trebles between United and City. That's a massive problem. But at the same time, I'm always going to say United, and it is, but I'm always going to say that. And if they come at me, I'm going to be like, then that's when you have to get petty and say 115, blah, blah, blah. But deep down, you know, you go, it doesn't matter about that, because that's also on us too, because during this period of time in which they've had 115 breaches, we've done nothing during that period of time.
You know what? What's funny though? Don't get twisted. An Arsenal fan saw me in the morning and said, yo, how are you? I goes, big man, come on. I started laughing because I said, bro, you're Spurs to me. You know, like, end of the day, don't get twisted. It's not like I'm out. There's certain things that I would hear, but then it's like, I'm getting about my business. I know that this is...
Yeah, because if it's an Arsenal fan, you're going mad. You're not having it from any of them.
No, I'm not having it from... Usually, I'm not having it from no one, but I'm saying the team that I'm trying to go back and forth with have won the treble. They got the finances. They have Pep. I'm saying right now, I need a war kitty. The only one that's going to provide me with a war kitty, because I'm tired of fighting these men. I want to look at them, man. I want to be fighting the Liverpools, the Man Cities of this world, and major honors is what I want to be winning. The only way that can happen is Sheikh Jassim. I know Sergian, he ain't got no plan. Imagine, this is what they're saying. This was really interesting. I don't know if people are picking this up yet. There's one group that are so serious about getting the business done now. I don't know if that's the press release, but then there's one group that I like. We want to get this
I
club
was
before the
flying. It literally came and went. Oh, he's busy, and literally went off. That was mad. Sorry.
Oh, you say that a pigeon landed on my head yesterday. By the way, I was
guys.
walking home. I'm not even joking. I thought a ball had hit me on the head. It was a pigeon. It landed on my head, and it freaked me out. And I thought, one, have I been pooed on? It hadn't. But I was just like, a pigeon landed on my head. Do you know how crazy that is?
I feel like we switched places. I honestly feel like this is Freaky Friday because listen to you lot.
It's true. That did happen to me yesterday. That did happen to me yesterday. A pigeon landed on my head.
I'm done.
What did you do? What did you do?
It went on, and I sort of went, like that, and it flew off. And then I looked around, and because it was one of those ones, I thought, did anyone see that? And there was no one around. I thought, like, what happened? Why did it go on my head?
I can't believe what's going on today.
So you was talking, bro. You know them little fluttering birds. It pulled up, bro. It pulled up, and it was like maximum respect, bro. Because he went, I can see you're busy. Dipped.
Didn't land on your head. Oh, it's honestly terrifying.
Oh, mate. Sorry, that was funny. Sorry. Carry on.
Let's just get to the super chats, man, and talk about Sancho.
Oh, mate. Sorry. KG, have you been? Lil Yo says, KG, have you been watering the plant behind you? And Divyanash says, in the midst of all the transfer of ownership speculation, signing a striker has been put on the back burner. Who are we signing realistically? Well, I don't think it'll be Kane. I think it'd be Højlund, man. I think it'd be Højlund. WJ Barrett says, Ben Jacobs also said we only have 100 million. That's the Glazers, not FFP.
He's chatting shit. He don't know. He's chatting shit. When he said that, I was like, God, then, all right. Man United only have 100 million. Come on.
That's what Laurie Whitwell was reporting a little while ago. 100 million plus player sales.
100 million at Man United.
Mate, there's no money left in the club.
Oh,
Altans will slap more on that without worrying about transfers. There is levels. Love says, KG, your thoughts on getting Mbappe? Big up. Chalaboy, do you think we're getting him?
Nah, not this season.
Okay. Chalaboy comments says, what would you say is your worst case scenario for a Qatari ownership? What could make you regret a buyout from them if it happens? Bloody hell, well, you'd have to paint it going wrong, innit? That's hard, isn't it? What would you say is your worst case scenario from Qatari ownership?
That you would end up like a PSG, I suppose, in the sense of, they go crazy trying to get all of the superstars into one team. And after a decade, you haven't really got all that much to show for it, really, apart from you've had these big names. But if anything, you could argue that the positive with that is we've already seen they were the guinea pig. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't work. So I don't think they would do that if indeed they were successful.
They might try and
get one, but they wouldn't be like trying to do what they did before, like Messi, Neymar, Mbappe.
Yeah, can't do that. Maybe if we messed up and tried to cut mad corners and got charges as well, like you can't. I don't think you could ignore that. Like, lawyer. Like we get known for like what City are being a bit known for and accusations flying around. Because the first one they did get from UEFA was a real thing. They just
statute of limitations
paid it off. Yeah,
statute of limitations. They ran out of time. Remember as well, they've won the Champions League this year. I'm not sure if it was this year or last season. Whenever it was, they were at one point banned from being in it, and then obviously because of statute of limitations, that ban got overturned and they competed in it.
Ridiculous.
So
money talks. You can get rid of
just
problems.
won the Champions League that was provisionally banned from it not long ago.
So for people that believe that Man United, there's always ways round. When the corrupt want to move corrupt, they're going to move. And we've seen it. So I still think, I honestly believe the money's there for Man United. I heard that 100 million thing. I've heard all these other stuff that they say, because you're talking about financial fair play. Well, how real is it? Because no one's been affected by it. I remember when Real Madrid supposed to have a ban. They bought all the players they needed before the ban.
Everything. Even Juve this year got the big ban where they had the dead season. Then it got reversed.
And then they thought about putting it back on. It's a joke.
Yeah.
So there's no power in this thing. Again, clubs just do what they want to do. And I think the one thing that everyone's worried about is Man United. We don't have to fudge the numbers. The numbers are true. Like, we are really a big club. Like, we're really a club that you can say, if we had the Qatar sponsorship deal, well, it'll make sense in terms of the brand. You're not lying to people. That's what this deal should be worth. You know, again, you're talking to all the biggest fan base in the world, right? Look at this, you know, and this is who we are, you know. So I honestly feel that when the money comes in, because as you see, there's 2 lists, right, of players that will go for if it's under Sir Jim, and there's players that will go for if it's Altan's.
Joe Blackman says, yo, big up the UV gang. KG, when are you managing against Don Robbie's team? I need a ticket. And where can I get one?
Well, you know what's kind of confusing? He said that Expressions is the manager too, fam. What
he's
kind
the
of
manager. Yeah.
Well, how many managers is there?
Well, what?
I thought KG was the manager. I thought KG was the manager. I saw an announcement saying KG was the manager.
And I saw a video on Don Rob. I saw a video, and I was with the cup saying I'm the manager. And then I saw Expressions in Best of Enemy saying,
and you both on the flyer. Like, he ain't going to be the AFTV one, is he?
He needs to know that I'm the real manager.
I thought X was playing. I thought X was playing. That's what it was. And I thought KG was managing.
I'm playing 8 up front.
And I also saw today that KG's going to be managing Raul as well, which I'm very excited about.
Raul,
shut up! Shut up!
I'm so pissed I'm missing that, man. I really wanted to be.
I might try and play as well. I might get on the pitch, play a manager style.
Oh, I need to see all footage. I can't wait.
If they get a penalty and KG subs off the taker and puts himself on,
he would do it. He'd do it. Oh man, I can't wait to watch that. I'm gutted I'm missing that. Big up for a great cause as well for Claude. It's really great. Science of Life. Wait, what? Science of Life has gifted not 5, not 10, not 15, but 20 memberships. Big up Science of Life.
Drop his reckless. Drop his fucking reckless.
Mad. Crazy. Science of Life, thank you. Oh yeah, fully is Lee.
That's the right way to use that. Can we turn that into a positive, man?
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, we actually didn't answer Joe Blackman's question. Sorry, just quickly. Where can he get a ticket from? If you just
it says it on DR Sports.
If you go into DR Sports, go into their video descriptions or whatever it is, all their socials. There'll be plenty of links to that. So go hit that up. It's very easy to get one of those, bro. Rest of the super chats we have got. After Science of Life, Black Confetti says, KG, it's not just investments and finances, it's the manager. City have the greatest manager to walk this earth. That gap can't be closed with Qatar money. That manager is Sir Alex Ferguson, so you got that wrong. But yeah, big up Black Confetti. It is about the manager, but basically you're saying you don't believe in Ten Hag.
We got a good manager. What are you talking about?
No, we haven't got a good manager, but I do think it is, like I was saying this the other day, that if Pep wasn't there right now, City would still be winning the league, but they wouldn't be doing, was it four out of the last 5 years, whatever. Yeah. It's that level that he is at the moment. That's the problem. And until either City do get completely sanctioned and they fall apart, if that would happen, or Pep decides I've had enough, which by reports today, he said that when his contract's up, he wants to sign again.
What? I thought he was leaving in 2025.
No, he said I want to sign again.
Yeah, he does.
Because everywhere else he goes is going to be beneath him at this point. Nowhere else is he going to go where you can spend $1 billion, no problem. Yeah, and let's face it,
and
the media scrutiny, like when he was at Barcelona, he said, "Oh, the problem is just the media is just they're on you every day at Barcelona. They'll do everything." Round in, they don't do that. They'll go City, that's well, And
he's a serial winner there. So what can you say to him? Like they can't. So I mean,
guys, I'm an absolute disgrace. I'm a cheat. You now got to let the guys in for the boxing pod. We're gonna have to do this every week. Do you mind?
Yeah, you have to do it. Go answer the door, otherwise you're gonna be stuck.
Cool.
This Chris is a cheat. Plant fee.
Get him, honestly. Another super chat from Sully. Sully says, I'm glad KG is starting to wake up. People call Lee Gunner negative because his standards are high. This trouble hurts deep. Time to wake up. I think we all agree with that. It does, exactly. And Black Confetti says PSG assembled an Avengers team that went nowhere because they didn't have a manager like Pep. He is the blueprint for a style of play. He is dominant. But it also went nowhere because their board and the people above are the ones who really dictate what happens there.
And if Pep was there, would he have said, "Oh yeah, have all those three and get all of these
he wouldn't have done
superstars"?
that.
Most likely not. He'd have,
No.
of course, he would have said like Messi and probably Mbappe. But for the rest, he might have been like, actually, you know what?
Mm.
Again, let's sign those sort of younger players that we can sign for 60 million, something like that. That's his strategy, isn't
And
it?
he wouldn't operate under like a dictatorship that's above him like that. Where he's not in control of stuff. He just wouldn't. He wouldn't do it. Mickey Apara says, man like Altant has to win. We can't risk 10 years. And that's the first super chat from Mickey as well. Big up to you. WJ Barrett says, my manager said errors come to an end. And I believe it's mad because City just kind of maybe started a new type. But
no, I think it's unfair. People have been using that one to hit Ten Hag with. It's like it's his first quote and allowed the time to let me know if it's raw or not.
Oh, of course, but you can't hide from in the first thing the man said the errors come to an end, and then they literally done the treble.
All errors. He didn't say now. He said all errors can come to an end. They said, "Bro, because they asked him if he can compete." I think now it's like when Ben said he wants to. It's going to take time. That's it. Like just ending the errors, not straight away. Bro.
No, it's not in one season. Come on. It just feels.
And it was about City and Liverpool as well. And Liverpool did do better than Liverpool this season.
Yeah, you know? But this because the treble just feels a bit. But it ain't. But we know what deep down what he meant and what it is. And Kevin says, "Man like KG in front of goal, probably better than Lukaku." Also, will you guys be at the Arsenal game in New Jersey, New York? Big up from the States. Absolutely, we will be. We will be there. Going to do some great stuff with the guys from AFTV in that. It's a short period, but of course we'll be there. We'll be covering the tour. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And actually, if you're in LA, we've got a nice little something lined up as well. San Diego, we've got to drive out from San Diego. But yeah, if you're in LA, then UV's coming as well. Not just San Diego. We're coming.
All over.
We're coming.
I'm bringing the red bag.
Huh?
I'm bringing the red bag, the Ted Lasso bag.
You're going to be singing New York show tunes as well. You're going to adopt a New York accent as well. Working on that.
Yeah.
KG, you didn't. The Muppeters have kind of said some stuff as well. They're basically saying that Man United are exploring the possibility of a 50 million euro deal for Diogo Costa. We'll see some more on that. I think that's quite a tough one. Oh, Wamby's on holiday as well. Big up Wamby. KG, you didn't get the chance to speak this morning, of course, about this. Yeah, we'll be in Houston as well. This Jadon Sancho thing. Ben Jacobs said also on United Stand that Spurs' interest in Jadon Sancho is real. We had our say on it this morning. Man United put in a 60 million price on him, apparently so, allegedly, and Tottenham won him for 50. And we'll be in Oslo, Sophia's Football Talk as well. What say you? All right, KG,
again,
I'm coming to you now.
Yeah.
I've knocked your door.
Yeah. Hello?
Hello, can I speak to KG, please?
How you doing? It's me.
Yeah, good. Basically, I've got 60 million quid here, and I want to take Jadon Sancho. The decision is yours. What would you do?
Altani, listen to this.
Altani is not there.
He's gonna because that's important. I want to let you know.
It's
I want to let
now.
you know. I want to let you know as it stands here. If Altani is there, it's funny, and I close the door and I keep moving about my life. Yeah. If it's not, if it's the situation that we have at the moment, I gotta say, well, come on in. Let's talk for a bit.
Try and push it up. Just try and.
No, I'm gonna say, come on in. Let's have a quick discussion because. Come on, man. You see the going rate of these players like Mason Mount, mate. He's getting for how much is Mason Mount? 80 million. You know, when he asks a mad question, I'm like, come on, Mason Mount, 80 million. How much did Richarlison go for? You, Paul Richarlison. Come on. Do you think this is a good offer? That's it. Because it's an England international and we have to put in British tax from the beginning. You should have walked in knowing that was going to happen. So I need you to come in again with a better offer because this could really revolutionize the way you lot play. I think this is what you're missing as a football player. There you go. It's good for Spurs. Again, for Man United, we're not saying he's a bad player. Again, it's just fitting our style of play at the moment. We just don't play that thing. But I know Spurs, you're changing things. You're bringing in a manager that likes to hold onto the ball. I think this is what you're looking for.
My question would be, why does, if Altans is in there, why does that change your thinking? Because if he's not good enough, he's not good enough regardless.
No, because the reason why again, I'm trying to hold on to this thing of we're not playing Ten Hag football yet. And the reason why we're not playing Ten Hag football yet is because we don't have Ten Hag type players. And some people will say that in a Ten Hag type team that is possession based, that is camped in the opponent's half, a player like Sancho might be explosive. But at the moment, we're playing on a counter attack. I don't think you can't be counter-attacking you can't be a side like that, if that makes sense. We're breaking and having these quick moments. We want to be in control of the game the whole way, almost like pass teams to death, and somewhat similar to how Ajax have been in the past. We're not like that. We are literally still playing an old school football. Some people call it Ollie football. I don't think it's that, but I don't think that we're a dominant ball possession, dominant side. So then a player like Sancho is not, at the moment, it's not working. But if I've got Altani money, I still have another year to say, you know what, he's got a year to work out. If we'll buy the certain players, we'll buy the technicians, and we'll see if he can work in his team. At least give him, let us be in the Ten Hag image and judge him on that performance before we say, you know what, you're not explosive enough, you can get out the door.
Do you think he can work in this team?
In this, as it's set up now, no. As it's set up now,
he fit? Where does he fit at the moment? If you look at, if he plays on the left, Rashford's ahead of him. Alejandro Garnacho, for me, is ahead of him. Mm-hmm. Right-hand side, you can talk about abilities and all that kind of stuff, but in the eyes of Erik ten Hag, Antony's ahead of him. Amad, arguably, coming in, explosive. You want to talk about someone that does have pace, Amad is that person, and he's young. I don't know. What's the difference between age in terms of Amad and Sancho? A couple of years, probably, something like that. Maybe, a couple of years, yeah. Where does he fit? Where is Jadon Sancho in the pecking order at this point? And what Flex was saying this morning, I think is a good point. If you want to sell him, what happens if he has another season like this season? Actually, 60 million suddenly looks maybe a bit too much for him. Maybe that value goes down even more.
I don't know. I heard you lot were saying some great stuff, and you're saying, look, being off by 15 million, taking a hit of 15 million is not the worst thing in the world. But I just, again, with a player like that, you want, and I know he's been there for 3 years, but we almost kind of, and it's funny because I was speaking to my brother about this, and he was saying that 2 years, but it's going to be the third year, right? A lot of the first season under Ollie shouldn't count. We don't count it for, we said everyone gets a fresh start. This is his first season really under Ten Hag, and it flopped. So he should deserve like 2 seasons. The same way we're saying for next season, we expect more from Antony. We want Antony to push on and be a better player, right? So it's like he knows the manager. We have to give him a chance now, and I get it. We just got to give him a chance. I'm saying my chance is getting till Jan, really. If I'm being honest with you, Jan, and I'm like, if he's not clicked in Jan, I'll say, look, we now need to start looking at options. But it shouldn't be a player like, because I don't think Man United even sell players correctly. Us saying that he's transfer listed only kind of diminishes his value. People say, no, this is a good player. You'd be lucky to have him. All of us straight away, it's a player that's at 60 million. It's like, no, you're buying a young Mount. Mount is not, he didn't even play that much. Did Mount have a better season this season than Sancho did? But he's getting for 80 million. Man United need to learn how to, it's the PR around these players and start selling for the right amount,
At the same time, Mason Mount is not on the wages that Jadon Sancho is on. Jadon Sancho is on an astronomical wage. And because the price is that high, then the value itself has to come down because lots of clubs, rightfully so, are saying, look, I can't pick up that contract. I can't do that. And even then United get into the stage of having to maybe pay Jadon Sancho partially off because his contract's so high too. That plays a big part in it.
Kimmy says Sancho deserves a chance, but 60 million is more than he's shown he's worth.
At Spurs is a team that if he went Spurs, I wouldn't care because it's not going to hurt me in the league. Spurs will never be good.
But also that I was saying that today or this morning. I don't know if you saw that bit when I was like, does Sancho give you that vibe of like, oh, we better not sell him there because I'll tell you what, he could be really good. Not just Spurs, just in the Prem. Like if he went somewhere else, like with Rashi, And some people can say, "Are you mad? So you're saying that Rashford's better than Sancho?" Well, yeah, I am. He's more if he does more. Of course, he just put the team on his back. He is better than him. So, but technically, and all the football and all of that stuff, yeah, there's different little caveats. But if you was to sell Sancho to somewhere else in the Prem,
there's teams that wouldn't want to sell him to.
Would you be scared?
Spurs is a team that you're happy to sell a player to because you know there's Spurs. But I'm not saying
if he went Arsenal, do you think he'd cook?
Hell, of course he would. And it would piss me off.
Yeah.
And I'd hate him. Like, again,
I think he would. You think he can do like he could play? Because you can see how Arteta wants to play with wingers like Martinelli, wingers like Saka.
We just got to give it again. We don't know if he's going to have hopefully next season he gets more into, because it's about intensity. He just needs to be a bit more like, he needs to understand what the manager's looking for. This summer, he should be working hard because like Wan-Bissaka got his head down. No one would have believed Wan-Bissaka is our first choice right back. Literally, first choice. Yeah. Who would have put him into that position? Probably like if you're just a Wan-Bissaka fan, but he's done the work. He put his head down and he got serious and he removed the low from the position. So all Sancho has to do is work.
We said that during December. He went away for like 2 months. He went to the Netherlands to do just the same. And let's be really honest. Yeah, when he came back from the Netherlands, was there a massive difference in him? Really?
Not really. But again, he gets a preseason, and that preseason, a lot of people say some players didn't get preseason. That's why they didn't look as good. He might need that. Again, you learn a new manager. You have to work with his style. You have to give what the manager.
He was on the preseason.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying that it wasn't. I'm saying
he played every game in the preseason. For him, it's a mentality issue. I saw particularly in those last few games of the season where in some games he did play all right because we were talking about that heading into the FA Cup final, going Sancho did all right today, but in those big games when it really matters, when it gets nasty, when we're talking 50-50s, be a bastard, put your foot in or whatever. He doesn't do that. It was driving me insane watching him sort of pull out of 50-50s in the last few games of the season. And he does that a lot. And that for me, I don't even think it's like work rate or skill, whatever. For me, that is purely a mentality thing that he needs to improve. And that's a lot. That's a lot to assume that's going to change every preseason.
Can that not be, again, we said for Rashford, and it's mad, like there's even the Rashford thing, I've got a little theory, but this is like one of me being silly and reckless.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Rashford, engaged, happy relationship. Rashford under the Rashford when he's kind of, I don't know if he's single, I don't know if his situation. The ghost rider. Rashi, go back to her. Immediately. Sorry. Oh, you don't like it though, what? Oh, you don't like it anymore,
So you're saying Jaden just needs to settle down as well?
Jaden, he might need to find her because mentally, just the piece that you need to is the mentalness though. It's the mental fortitude is what we really want to talk about. He needs to just put himself in a position where he's like, boom, I'm focused on having a long Man United career. I don't want to be like all the other flops that have been at this club. And I wanted to wear the number 7 shirt. Well, you have talent, you have ability. These things have to meet. They have to meet. Again, we've seen a bit more from the work rate because I feel like you said that sometimes you be watching him and he looks unfit, like he can't even finish the game. You know what I mean? So now you can say, well, at least he's worked on his fitness because we saw him tracking back. We saw him trying to be involved. The mentality part is the next part. We hope he'll be serious this summer and he'll go into the season, get some goals, and the confidence will come.
Before we wrap up, let's get these super chats out. I think we've read that one. Black Confetti says PSG assembled the Avengers. Read that one. Mike read that one. Ben Jacobs, WJ Barrett. Man, like we read that one. There you go. Black Confetti says Ten Hag was right. City have ended a competitive era and instead started a dynasty. Science of Life says, want to say thank you. Guys make bad times better. Oh, I appreciate that, man. Really, really appreciate that. And sorry you're having bad times as well, Science of Life. Hopefully that's not the case now. And we're here so regularly that there's always going to be something for you to, not think about your bad time. So we're proud that we can be them people too. Red Baron says Sancho doesn't press. Ahmed says it's not just 60 million, it's 300k a week off the books.
Still have to pay it probably.
Million. Huh?
Do we not have to pay? Like, will we not have to pay him out, like Maguire and stuff, and all these other people?
If he digs his heels in, obviously it's got to be negotiated, hasn't it? As to what happens with that contract, that's another thing. Exactly. That's why it's hard to move players on who are on big wages, because they just say no. It's there in black and white. I'm not going anywhere, mate. WJ Barrett says, why is Jaden 50 and Mason is 80 with a year left? Yep, we've discussed that 100%. And Monty, big up Monty, says, don't forget he is on 350k. That's why it's sell him, which would be very hard to sell him because Spurs ain't paying him that. I'll tell you that for free. Guys, thanks for watching the video. It's been a pleasure as per usual. KG is going to be off to discuss the latest boxing news. So if you fancy doing that,
Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah. Did he win?
TL1, man. TL1.
He won.
Yeah, big.
He was talking mad stuff as well.
He was talking mad stuff, man.
But now you can't talk to him because he won.
Well, he's done well. He's done well. Well, junior champion. He's done well. It's really good.
So for the latest boxing news, head over to
man.
And you guys know, if you're into your wrestling, this is the guy. End of the month.
AEW Fight Forever. The video game comes out. I ordered my PS5 today. Yeah.
Owen's crazy. Owen's mad, you know. Owen said I haven't played FIFA and all this stuff. As soon as the new wrestling thing comes out, Owen's got the PS5 straight for it.
Yeah, gonna play it. We're all gonna play it. We're all gonna wrestle together.
We're gonna be rubbish. We're gonna be.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to.
The last one I played was SmackDown versus Raw.
Attitude.
Yeah. SmackDown versus Raw.
We're all gonna have a Royal Rumble, and then me, Josh, and KG are gonna have a little separate plan to throw Flex out, and then we'll compete amongst each other.
I used to hate that when you're playing with your friends and they do the thing on you, the Royal Rumble. You're like, oh come on, man.
What level of Jurgen Flex do you reckon will appear?
If you lot do that, I'll be 100%.
I mean, we've seen him play. Like, honestly, something needs to be said about his personality when he's playing those kind of games. It's kind of nuts. Yeah. So what happens in a wrestling game? I don't know. He might get physically violent. I'm not sure he'll be actually allowed on YouTube.
Nah, you got to be, when the pressure's on, you see what I deliver. I'm just saying.
There we go. All right.
Guys, take care. We'll see you again tomorrow morning, live 9 a.m. for the transfer view. Take care, guys. Peace.